The arena fell silent as the heavy iron gates groaned open. Mira Solon, barely 9 years old, stumbled forward into the blood-stained sand, her small frame dwarfed by the towering walls that surrounded her. Above, thousands of alien spectators from across the Dominion leaned forward in their seats, their various appendages trembling with anticipation. The Zarthan magistrate's voice boomed across the Colosseum through translation circuits. The human colony on Epsilon 7 has violated Dominion law. As punishment, we offer this human spawn to Ravkor, the unstoppable, the flesh-render, the beast of 1,000 executions. Mira's legs shook, but she refused to cry. Her father had taught her better than that. Even as the colony ships were being boarded, even as the Dominion forces separated families, he had whispered to her, "Humans don't break, Mira. Remember that. We adapt. We survive." The opposite gate exploded outward with a deafening crash. Ravkor emerged from the darkness like a nightmare given form. The creature stood 12 feet tall on 6 chitinous legs, its armored carapace gleaming obsidian black under the arena lights. 4 massive arms ended in razor-sharp claws, each capable of shearing through starship hull plating. Its elongated head bore 3 rows of crystalline teeth, and its 6 crimson eyes locked onto the small human girl with predatory focus. The crowd erupted in cheers. This was what they had come to see. Mira stood frozen, not from fear but from calculation. Her mind worked rapidly, processing what she knew about Dominion execution beasts. Her father had been a xenobiologist before the occupation. He had made her study, made her learn about the galaxy's creatures. "Knowledge is survival," he had said. Ravkor advanced slowly, deliberately. The beast had learned to savor its kills, to provide entertainment. It had executed hundreds across dozens of worlds. Warriors, criminals, rebels, all had fallen before it. None had lasted more than minutes. But as Ravkor drew closer, something unexpected happened. The beast stopped, its massive head tilted, eyes narrowing. It lowered its body, bringing its head level with the small girl. A deep rumbling sound emerged from its throat, not a roar but something else. Something curious. Mira did not run. Instead, she did something that shocked every being in the arena. She stepped forward. "Hello," she said quietly, her voice barely carrying in the vast space. "You're scared too, aren't you?" The crowd's cheering faltered, replaced by confused murmurs. The magistrate leaned forward, his translator glitching in disbelief. Mira reached out slowly, her tiny hand extended toward the massive predator. Ravkor's eyes tracked the movement, but the beast did not strike. Up close, Mira could see what the spectators could not, the scars crisscrossing the creature's hide, the way certain legs bore weight unevenly, the dullness in eyes that should have gleamed with hunting fury. "They hurt you," Mira whispered. "They made you do this. You don't want to kill anymore, do you?" Ravkor's rumbling intensified. The beast's breath washed over her, hot and rank, but Mira stood her ground. Her hand touched the creature's snout, and she felt the massive body tense, then slowly, impossibly, relax. The crowd fell completely silent. "My dad taught me about your species," Mira continued, her voice growing stronger. "Ravkorathi. You're not naturally aggressive. You're pack creatures, social. They took you from your family too, didn't they? They hurt you until you became this." The beast's eyes closed slowly, and a sound emerged that no one in the arena had ever heard from the legendary executioner. A keening whimper of recognition and pain. The magistrate shot to his feet. "Impossible. Ravkor, execute the human. Now!" But Ravkor did not move. Instead, the massive creature lowered itself completely to the ground, placing its armored head in the sand before the little girl, a gesture of submission and trust among its kind. Mira placed both hands on the beast's head. "We're the same, you and me, prisoners, but humans have a saying: we don't break, we adapt. We survive." She looked up at the crowd, her young voice carrying across the arena with unexpected authority. "And we remember our friends." The magistrate's face contorted with rage. "Guards, terminate them both!" But before the arena guards could act, Ravkor rose to its full height with Mira seated carefully on its back. The beast's roar shook the very foundations of the Colosseum, not the roar of an executioner, but the war cry of a protector. What happened next would be recorded in the annals of human history as the Mira incident. The beast that had never been defeated, that had executed hundreds without question, refused to harm the human child. Instead, Ravkor fought its way through the arena guards, through the corridors, through the very gates of the Dominion compound. By the time they reached the human holding cells, Ravkor had taken 17 wounds but had not slowed. Mira directed the beast through the facility, her photographic memory recalling every turn from when they had brought her in. When Dominion reinforcements arrived, they found something that would haunt their strategic councils for years. A little human girl and an execution beast, standing side by side before 100 freed human prisoners, all of them ready to fight. The subsequent riot and escape would cripple the Dominion's presence on 3 sectors. But more importantly, it would spark something greater. The legend of human resilience, of humanity's strange ability to turn enemies into allies, to find connection where others saw only violence. Years later, when the human coalition had pushed the Dominion back beyond the outer rim, historians would debate the turning point of the war. Some pointed to the Battle of Kepler Station. Others cited the Siege of New Terra, but those who truly understood would speak of a little girl who refused to break, and a beast who remembered what it meant to be free. Mira Solon and Ravkor would fight side by side for 15 more years, becoming symbols of the indomitable human spirit and of the galaxy's capacity for redemption. Together, they proved that humanity's greatest strength was not in their weapons or their ships. It was in their ability to see the person behind the monster and to offer friendship where others offered only fear.